Question 9. Solve these pair of simultaneous equations. So we have a pair of linear simultaneous equations here, so you could set them up and do it by elimination, but the way this is set up quite nicely is y equals, I'm going to use substitution here and just put it in like follows. 3 times a 3x minus 1, that equals 6x plus 1. Expand the bracket to get 9x minus 3, 6x plus 1. We are going to take away 6x from both sides. We're also going to add 3 at the same time, and that will make all the letters on the left and all the numbers on the right, giving us a 3x left over for the left hand side and a 4 on the right. And then divide both sides by 3 means x equals 4/3 is an answer. In order to get y, we then substitute it back into the simpler equation. So y will equal 3 times the value of x, which is 4/3. Take away 1, which will simplify to being 4. Take away 1, so it's going to be 3 overall. So our answer is 4/3, comma 3, or you could just put both of these in a box. Either way is fine. Part B, we have 2x minus y equals 9 and x squared plus y squared equals 17. So this is going to be a quadratic simultaneous equations. You do not have a choice here. Elimination is not an option. You've got to express the simpler, in this case the linear equation, in terms of x or y and substitute it into the other. So getting y on its own here is definitely the easier play. If we add y to both sides, we will get the following. And then if we take away 9 from both sides, we end up with this. So y is 2x minus 9, so I'm going to substitute this in place of y, being very careful that we use brackets here. We will end up with the following: x squared plus 2x minus y all squared equals 17. Expanding this, the pair of double brackets, if you know a shortcut then you're more than welcome to do it, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to show the double brackets method. We will end up with 4x squared. We will end up with 2 lots of negative 18x, and we will end up with a plus 81. Rewriting everything on the same side, so we have equals 0 because this is a quadratic equation that we're trying to solve after all. We will end up with 5x squared minus 36x plus 64, like so. We will then need to show a method of factorizing this or solving using the quadratic equation. Either is fine as long as you show the steps. Do not just type into your calculator and expect the answer to be accepted. We have minus 36 plus a minus 36 squared minus 4 times 5 times 64 all over 2 lots of a, which is 2 times 5. Our two answers from this we're going to end up as being x equals 4, and we're going to end up with x equals 16 over 5. So based on those answers, this actually does factorize quite nicely, so bonus points to anyone who actually had to go at that. But the formula's here for a reason, you can just solve it. So we have our two values of x that I've kind of written separately. If we substitute both of these in turn into the formula y equals 2x minus 9, we will end up with our two values for y. So y will equal 2 times each of these in turn. Take away 9, which simplified to give us y is minus 1 and y is negative 13 over 5. Now, even though it's pretty clear which x goes with which y, you would want to make sure that you write these in such a way that there is no room for mixing them up. So we have a little box like that. X is 4, y is minus 1 is a single solution. You could write that as a pair of coordinates as well. And x is 16/5, and y is negative 13/5 for your other one. Done.